I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, Freak Show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Welcome back, kids and coaches, to another episode of West of Nowhere, Christmas edition. I am Levi.
And I'm Shane.
Yeah, I got my Wu-Tang Christmas sweater on.
Protect your neck.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
Creep. Dollar bill, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I wasn't a Wu-Tang fan until I watched their show, you know.
That show is so good, too.
This is a really good show.
Yeah. I'm glad that it was done, like, with, you know, some of the main dude. Like, I know RZA was actively involved. I'm pretty sure Method Man was involved in, like, a lot of the behind the scenes, like, working with them. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Because I think you can tell. I think it seems very authentic. Because, you know, when they do a lot of biopics or, like, those kind of shows where they're, like, trying to tell a story, you can tell a lot of it just seems too good to be true. And that show has a lot of grit in it, like a lot of like real shit. And you're like,
Yeah.
Fuck, okay. But anyway, yeah. So I just figured that since this episode's coming out on Christmas,
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. Yeah,
I only celebrate Toyotathon.
you do actually celebrate Toyotathon.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I've never celebrated Honda Days, but here's my thing though. Lately, you know, I work in retail, obviously, and because I've talked about it before, but a lot of people hit me. A lot of people hit me with the Happy Holidays.
Yeah.
And it's not as bizarre as people like to make it seem. There's always a war on Christmas every year that people like to amp up on the social medias, and people just say whatever the fuck they want, and it's not a big deal. Like,
Yeah.
people tell me Merry Christmas, and I go, you too. And then they go Happy Holidays, and I go, you too.
You too.
Yeah, you too and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, no.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think people just do it because because you have those people where you be like, Merry Christmas. Like, I don't celebrate Christmas. Like, dude, the sentiment is there, all right?
Yeah.
So can you just fucking chill out?
But I've never heard that in real life.
Yeah.
I've only heard it through memes. So
Yeah, I've never actually seen it either.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
I think we just don't like, you know. I mean, you live in the middle of a cornfield, so no one's gonna care if you say Happy Holidays. I don't think.
Contraire, mon frere. You know, I happen to live in very red states, so if I say Happy Holidays, the the consensus is that it would not go over as well here. If you called Fox News and asked them where should you never say Happy Holidays, it would be fucking Nebraska would probably be in the top 5 rankings.
Everyone knows that nobody in Nebraska celebrates Hanukkah. Okay, so you can just say Merry Christmas.
Yeah. We're going to go ahead and just assume everybody's probably doing the Christmas thing here, which is, you know, you're not far off. But now I live up north there. Yeah. And live very close to the Twin Cities.
Yeah.
So it's a very diverse area, technically.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's it. Maybe that's why there's more Happy Honda Days coming out.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I don't know. Anyway, before we get too far into the weeds, where's our Patreon people at?
We'd like to thank Adam Pacino, Mark Stadler, Kylie Gangwish, Colby Jordan, Chantel, Colton Zamersla, Kevin Garahan, and Andres Faez.
Yeah. So if you want to be one of those people, go to the link tree in the description wherever you're listening, and you can find the links to the Patreon, and then you can also find the links to all the other stuff that we have. You know, we do still actually sell merch. It's still out there. You can buy somebody bought a t-shirt last week. Probably a good Christmas gift. So, you know, if you're trying to beat the rush, I know it's like you're listening to this after Christmas has already passed, but if you're like, man, there's somebody that I haven't bought a Christmas gift for, hey,
Yep.
just go to the old store. Just saying.
Yeah.
And then you can do other things. You can go to the Facebook. You can go to the YouTube. You can watch it. You can see my sick sweater. You know?
It's okay.
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 All right. And you can leave comments. We got comments from last week's episode, even though, technically, the video's only been up for like a day and a half. I don't know. Kylie's back, and she says, "Did you guys plan on matching?" And then she has like the happy, like tear emoji.
Yeah.
She's so cute because we both wore backwards hats and hoodies.
I always wear a hat and hoodie though, so
Yeah. So really, I just copied you at that
you
point.
did.
Yeah.
Had
And to answer your question, Kylie, we didn't plan on it, but I saw that because you were recording and you sent me a snap earlier that day, or like just a little bit before we started recording, and I knew what you were wearing, so I just decided to put on a backwards hat to copy you. So
You're the worst.
yeah. Anyway. So moving on.
Moving on.
Moving on to more compliments for Levi. She says, "Levi, your hair is stunning, long and curly, but it does look so good short." Yeah, so
I've had it.
Yeah.
No one ever compliments me in the comments. This place is a prison, dude.
He's feeling left out. Somebody compliment him. Say he's got a nice dog kennel in the background.
Now it won't matter. If you say it now, it won't mean anything.
Yeah, I don't need your charity, man. She also said that about that old lady, that 105-year-old. She's older than sliced bread. I love that. I don't remember when sliced bread was, but I feel like because Betty White was older than sliced bread, and she'd be like 103 now,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, maybe.
102. I don't know, close to it. But then she says working with the public is not for the faint of heart, which is accurate. And then Pantera Girl was talking about our when we talked about the first scheduled continental passenger flight from St. Petersburg to Tampa in Florida. She said, "I was surprised because I had no idea about it, and that's my Florida area. Had to go look that up. Found that the flight was conducted by a guy named Tony Janis. Said, well, there's a venue in St. Petersburg called Janis Live, formerly Janis Landing. I'm gonna bet that's where the name came from. Looks up if that's where the name came from. Yep, that pans out all right. So thanks for the hometown history lesson. And just since I thought it was a funny part of the article about the flight, his passenger was a former mayor of St. Petersburg who paid $400 for the privilege of sitting on a wooden bench in an open cockpit."
That's so much.
Yeah, and that's the first continental passenger flight. That's one guy. It's you and another dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
400, and that's $400 back then.
Yeah.
That's billions probably now. Inflation's a bitch, but
Well, yeah. What year was that? Was that we said it was?
I don't know. It was like
18?
12 or no? She was born in 1918.
So it was 1914 then, because it was 4
Yeah.
years prior.
Yeah, that's right.
1914. Inflation.
'Cause
Go ahead.
It's got to be crazy, but anyway, that's the end of her comment. But
Okay.
that is I don't know if it's gonna be in the millions, but it's definitely in the multiples of thousands, for sure.
$1 in 1914 is equal to $30 today.
Jesus. Okay. So 400 times 30,
Yeah.
12,000.
God damn.
Yeah. That's crazy.
He overpaid a little bit.
A little bit. That's crazy because I don't remember what the ticket prices used to be, but the Concorde, like the supersonic flights from New York to London, the ones that were like
London,
mate. The ones that were like 2 hours or some shit. You know what I'm talking about? Those were like $2,000 for a seat
Yeah.
in one of those things. But obviously, because the plane's insane, Yeah, this guy played $12,000. I mean, he was, in the first scheduled Continental passenger flight, so I guess that is pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
he's
really,
laughing
he
now.
just paid that money to be in
Famous
history
forever.
books. Yeah.
Also,
oh, go ahead.
she's not older than sliced bread.
Oh.
Sliced bread was first commercially sold in 1928.
She is older then.
What do you mean? Oh, she is 10 years.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You dumb bitch. Yeah. Okay, so Pantera Girl continues. I have a 50-cent piece that I carry with. Oh shit! This has got to be a typo. That I carry you with me everywhere.
That I carry. Yeah, I seen that. I was like, she must have meant just with.
Yeah.
That I carry with me.
Because that's about that silver quarter I found.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she said, I mean, you probably could have Googled how late Taco Bell is open for breakfast. Just saying. Yeah, but I was already
that made me laugh.
I was in the thing, and now I'm just gonna ask you a quick question. I'm just saying. But, and then our whale's back, and it says, "Oh no, Levi has become too beautiful, too beautiful. Nothing can stop him now." That's not true. I can stop me. I've done it before, and I'll do it again. So, anyway.
Look, you're not supposed to heckle our fucking commenters, all right?
That's not true. That's exactly what this is. I'm reading it, and I have commentary on the comment. So, here it is.
And you wonder why no one leaves comments.
There's 8 comments right now.
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
No, you don't.
Have you ever been talking to people and then just like revealed a little too much about your personal history and realized that you're talking to people who have like very little world experience and just like not in like literally world experience, but like they've lived a very closeted or like very sheltered life?
Maybe not that specific.
Yeah.
I have 100% been like someone asked me a question, you know, like, "Oh, what'd you do before the Navy?" And I'm just like, "Well,
let me tell you."
and people were just like,
"Oh."
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, we were camping with Natalie's parents, her dad's stepmom,
shit.
and they asked me, you know, and they were like, "Yo, what'd you do before you joined the Navy?" And I was like, "Buckle up."
That's okay. That's a wild, like, significant other parent story to tell. Like, but how'd they receive it? I guess.
I mean, to my face, they were just like, "Wow," but I think they like in their mind they were just like,
"We gotta,
he's gotta go,
her.
He's gotta go, Natalie." Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I was talking to some friends of mine, and we were just, BSing, and I'm the older one of the group, so I'm telling stories more and more than them because I've been around a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And then I realized that there's a point in the conversation where I realized not only have I just been around a few more years than them, but I've just also done a lot, and it doesn't really hit me that often because, obviously I'm jaded to my own experiences, like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you like meet some people who had, were raised by both parents or like, very wholesome home environments, and then you say one thing and they're just like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my experience, and I was just wondering if you had ever had that happen to you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think it happens too much anymore. It used to happen a lot. As a lower enlisted person, you'd be talking to kids that were like, whatever. But now that I've picked up, I really don't talk to like the airmen and shit about like what's going on in my life.
Right. Yeah, you probably keep a lot of stuff a little close to the vest now that you're in a little more of a authority position.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I don't have that issue, you know what I mean? But it is fun, like, because sometimes I'll be, just talking to somebody and, our conversations kind of work well together.
Yeah.
Like, they have a weird story that involves XYZ. I have a story, and then we can just kind of flow from there. But in this conversation, it just felt like I, was doing most of the talking, And B, they had to continually pick their jaws up from the floor because of the things I was telling them. And it's not even like anything that I thought was crazy, but turns out it might have been. So,
okay.
Yeah, so that was pretty fun. Yeah, but there's that.
It's like watching that donkey show in Mexico was probably a bad go. Yeah,
fucking Tijuana, baby. No, I think so. Like the most tame version, or most tame thing from that conversation is like that chick that I was engaged with when I was in Fallon. Did I ever tell you about that? I feel like I have.
Yes.
And they were just like, "Oh shit, I've never heard you talk like this before." I'm like, "Yeah, because I'm standing in a store with customers walking through. I'm not gonna tell you about this lady I was engaged to who ended up pregnant with another dude's baby and then started doing on like webcam porn." You want me to yell that while some blue hairs are walking between us? I can't get written up every 4 minutes.
I was gonna say, do you want to get fired? Because that's how you get fired.
So I could tell a few stories that would get me walked out pretty quick, I feel like, but yeah. Anyway, should we do some news stuff?
Let's do it, dude. I can go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I was just watching some videos the other day, like I do, some YouTube videos, and I watch a lot of those top 10 videos.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them included the movie The Mist, and fucking Andre Braugher was in that movie too. And I forgot that. Yeah, he's the neighbor at the beginning of the movie. Like,
I'm gonna be real honest. I watched that movie once, probably around the first time it came out, and never watched it again.
Yeah, I have a newfound appreciation for it. I thought it was kind of like just a shitty horror movie, and then I realized how dismally bleak it is as like a story. And I think those stories are just way better than just like outright horror. Like obviously there's a lot of horror with like the monsters and stuff, but then there's like you get to this point where everything's just like, oh shit. Kind of reminds me of the movie The Road, if you've ever seen that.
Dude, that is such a good movie.
Yeah, like that movie.
Extremely sad.
Yeah, it's just so fucking bleak, and you're like, what do we do? Why continue? What are we doing here? Like, yeah. So anyway, just like those kinds of movies. Obviously,
do you remember?
Oh, go ahead.
Do you remember Bird Box?
Yeah, that one's pretty similar too.
Just fucking crazy sad.
Yeah. Those movies, like obviously, I'm not watching a bunch of them all the time because that would be depressing. But I think I have a newer appreciation for them now, and I don't know what's different, or maybe I'm just recognizing the storytelling aspect of it as opposed to like the scary aspect of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was my thing. Have you been paying attention to anything of this Jonathan Majors stuff?
Jonathan Majors, I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Plays Kang in the Loki and.
Oh yeah. What's going on with him?
So he got found guilty by a New York jury on charges for attacking his ex-girlfriend at one point.
What did she do? What was she wearing? She probably deserved it.
Yeah, and crazy is it was only a 2-week trial, which is quick. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? That just seems real fast, especially for like a high-profile thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm pretty sure, Marvel dropped him. So,
God.
Yeah, which is annoying because, like, obviously it's not great what he did. But god damn it, I think he was perfect for Kang.
Yes, he was.
So,
and he's already in like fucking so many of the movies as Kang, like and Loki and
So, way to go, way to fuck it up for everybody, Jonathan. Yep. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that because I thought
he's a good actor. It's kind of upsetting because like he did that pilot movie too recently. for like World War II. He was a pilot in that movie, and that was a super good movie. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but that was a good movie. And then
he was in Lovecraft Country.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I liked he was on SNL. He hosted SNL, and his episode was really funny. They did a skit about like kids saying creepy shit.
Yeah.
So it was him and Keenan, and they're listening to kids tell like creepy stories. Like, yeah, this is my son Jimmy, and he says he fought in World War II, and then he like lists off, the kid starts talking and lists off like what kind of plane he flew and shit, and they're just like reacting as a sane person would in that situation. Like, he named the plane, like he knew what the plane was. They're just freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought, yeah,
no.
So
I've never seen it, so
yeah. Anyway, so that's upsetting. Way to freaking go, Jonathan. You ruined it for everybody. This is why we can't have nice things.
yeah, it's exactly why we can't have nice things.
Yeah. Also, pretty semi-big news. Colorado Supreme Court bans Trump from the next election. Bans him from not the entire election, but from the state ballot, which is historic, as it's never fucking happened before.
Yeah.
Pretty hardcore. And obviously, it's been dragging out all sorts of people from the woodwork that is already super deep anyway. Like, the conversation of will it happen, won't it happen, was already just really muddy with so many opinions, obviously.
Yeah.
Because it's Trump and he's polarizing, to say the least. So, yeah, the Colorado State Supreme Court banned him from the ballot as a result of his basically handling of the insurrection, like the January 6th ordeal.
Yeah, because it violates the 14th Amendment.
Yeah. So, yeah, not good.
The only reason why I don't like it is because I think once this happens once,
it's going to start happening a lot.
It's going to start happening in multiple states, and then you're going to have this weird, I don't know, this weird thing where like the presidency, the campaign trail is just going to be a bunch of states banning the other candidate from running in their state, and then you're not going to be able to like actually elect a president because you're going to have so many states that lean left or right out the gate. Like whatever their Supreme Court, you know what I mean? Like whatever that Supreme Court leans heavily,
right?
They're gonna lean, so half the states are gonna go red, half the states are gonna go blue, and you won't even have a chance to vote. You'll have no choice but to vote for whatever candidate isn't off the ballot. And it just seems like you're not voting at that point, that the state is choosing for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is such like an intensive, like very difficult thing to have done. Otherwise, it would have happened immediately after January 6th. You know what I mean? Like, they would have just done it. And, I don't know, part of me, like, obviously, it's gonna create some sort of weird deepening in the Trump cult, as it were, which is not good, because those people are already unhinged.
Well, I read that the federal Supreme Court still has a chance to overturn that, so I would imagine that's going to happen.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is, so the federal Supreme Court, they've been doing a lot of, like, obvious, like, shifting of rehearing cases. They, got rid of Roe v. Wade, XYZ, all these things.
Yeah.
Because they're like, well, we want it to be a state's decision thing. Well, this is a state decision thing. So, if they come out and, overturn it, and they are more conservative led, like they have more conservatives on the bench than they do Democrats, right? So, it would make sense, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did overturn it, but then also I think that's gonna make more people spin. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. It's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Here's an interesting one that I have. The Minnesota state flag has been they designed a new one, or they had a bunch of submissions to redesign the state flag.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show you this because I have the power. All right, so this is the old one.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay, so you see this guy in the middle, and then there's a Native American guy in the background, right?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I can. Would they do take the Native American out?
No, I'll show you what they did. But
Okay.
yeah, so this guy's plowed his field, Native American with a spear. This guy's got a gun and a hatchet, and like there's a waterfall and all this thing, and that says I'm pretty sure that's French, but it's the North Star is what that wording is. L'Etoile du Nord. So that's the flag as it is now. This is the new one.
What?
Now, this shape is actually like an abstracted version of what the state shape looks like, though. And I didn't see it at first, and then I looked at a map and I was like, son of a bitch. That is kind of neat. But
With
here's
the same 1 star. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the North Star.
Right.
And then, you have this thing, and then essentially what they're saying is that they picked it based on so the original design, instead of that light blue on the right, it had stripes, and the colored stripes meant different things. Like there was a green stripe which represented nature and agriculture, and then white stripe was snow, and then there was a light blue stripe which obviously water, and the land of 1,000 lakes, that's the state name, like fucking nickname or whatever.
Okay.
And the name Minnesota is derived from a Sioux word meaning sky-tinted water, which, that's fucking half of those colors right there. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Okay.
But after reading all of this, I was like, okay, well, I can see, why that they went the way they went in the new state. But there's a guy that I'm friends with on Facebook that, was a maintenance officer in one of the commands I was in. Not the one we were in.
Okay.
And he kind of has just gone off, like, it seems the deep end. And I hesitate to, label people anything, crazy and shit. But, I don't know how else, everything's a very hard, right stance on everything. And it's comic book, ridiculous on his end.
Okay.
It's everything is all the fucking woke, blah, blah, blah. And so that's what this is. He posted the state flag getting redesigned. And, we're not going to make it as a society. Did you see they redesigned Minnesota State? What about that new flag it screams that we're doomed as a society? I asked him, and he needed an answer.
Of course.
He just said, well, why does it need to be redesigned? I said, why does it matter?
Yeah. Is he even from Minnesota?
No, he's from Alabama. So.
Of course. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Good job.
Yeah. So, I just the people who get mad about shit like that crack me up because first of all, it's 2023. Why do we still have Native Americans in loincloths and spears on shit? You know what I mean? That's first of all, that's not even commonplace now. I don't see that anywhere I go.
Right, yeah.
Throw away any of the, historical genocidal connotations of what happened to them. But, they don't dress like that anymore. That shit's just old.
Yeah.
It's the fucking 21st century. Let's update some shit. And then the designer in me, I'm like, I don't know, that new flag's kind of sick. I like the way that they made that abstracted version of the state shape into, part of it. And that was another thing this guy was like, they took the word Minnesota off of it. Oh, do you need fucking words written on everything so you can tell what it is? I mean, I know you do because you had the Alabama education, but Yeah, so I was like, hey, man, this is the state shape. That's what they're doing. And then, yeah, like I said, he didn't respond to any of these things that I was saying. But I just don't, like, as a group of people who likes to throw around the word offended in description of the people they're not, they do get offended about a lot of stuff. Like, I heard zero about this flag from anybody. Left, right, until this guy. I didn't even know it was happening. Actually, that's not true. I saw a meme where somebody just posted a picture of their dog in vertical, portrait mode.
Yeah.
That was their submission for the flag. That's not even the right shape, dog.
I love it.
Yeah. I mean, I would have voted on it, but...
Well, I'm sure that guy would love this new drink that Doritos is coming out with.
Oh, God, here we go.
Yeah. How much do you love Doritos?
I do love me some Doritos, yeah.
So, when you're eating Doritos, how often do you just go, you know what? I wish I could just drink Doritos. I wish I could just...
Almost never.
Doritos is coming out with a Doritos flavored alcohol.
That's too far. I'll say it. That's too far.
What? The limited release 42% alcohol will be made by using real crisps and extracting their essence through vacuum distillation.
That sounds, first of all, made up, but we're going to extract the crisps essence. Get fucked. There's a witch at that factory for sure.
From the senior vice president of marketing from Frito-Lay, she said, Doritos is all about disrupting culture and bringing our fans unexpected, bold experiences.
Yeah, that ain't no shit. Jesus Christ.
It says here they promise the drink will smell and taste like the real thing.
Why would you promise that? I just am trying to wrap my head around what a drink would taste like with something that makes me thirsty. You know what I mean? Like, whenever I'm eating Doritos, I have to have at least a gallon of water next to me because it dries my mouth out so quick. Because it,
So, I was thinking the same thing, and then I read what they were promoting, proposing it for as far as drinks, and only one of these seems like a good idea. But they say that it'll be best enjoyed in a margarita, a Bloody Mary, which I think would probably be pretty good.
Yeah, that would slap in a Bloody Mary.
The one they're super wrong about is old fashioned.
No.
I don't think you understand what a fucking old fashioned is made with. It's made with bourbon. You communist.
And also berries and shit, right? In there? No, there's leaves. I don't remember.
An old fashioned?
Isn't there something in there?
It's got orange peel.
Orange peel, that's what it is.
Yeah, they take the peel and they rim in the glass and then drop the peel in there.
Yeah.
Oh, and cherry.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not.
Yeah, and a cherry. Like they smash the cherry in there.
Yeah.
But still,
you're gonna put Dorito dust in there.
It's fucking disgusting sounding. The only one that I was like, this is definitely gonna smack is the Bloody Mary.
Yeah, and
I could get behind that.
Dorito dust around the rim.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that would be good.
Dude.
Yeah. I might start drinking again if they make that. No. Just kidding. That's crazy. The fuck? Yeah, they're not wrong about themselves being culture disruptors though, because they fooled people so bad that they had people buying, because they did the Doritos Locos Tacos at Taco Bell, and then they came out with chips, the Doritos Locos Tacos chips. And I said, bitch, that's just Doritos. That's twice baked Doritos. Who are you trying to fool?
It's just a marketing fucking scheme is what that is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there are kids who growing up now who never knew that there was never such a thing as a Doritos Locos Taco. You know what I mean? So they're like, oh, dude, Doritos Locos. Doritos?
Whoa.
Bro, sign me up.
They don't know which one came first.
I did. Next.
Whoa, shit. All right. Damn. Came out of nowhere with that one.
No, when you said that, it made me think of this TikTok that I saw. These two chicks, it was the video was a girl walked up.
Hell yeah.
The girl walked up to her girlfriend or her wife, I think, maybe, and she goes, hey, hun. She's like, let's play a game. called The Chicken and the Egg and see who comes first. And I was like, hey.
Send us the video. Wait.
Oh, man. How do you feel about Diary of a Wimpy Kid?
I don't know. I never read the books or watched the movies, but my little brother was like religious into reading the books. And I know that one actor like killed his mom or something.
Holy shit. What?
Yeah, one of the kids in that show killed his mom. I'll look it up. You tell me what you're about to tell me, though.
All right, so I guess the new Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie called Diary of a Wimpy Kid Cabin Fever is under fire right now because it, quote, is spoiling Christmas and destroying Santa.
Fuck's that supposed to be?
It says the claims come after the film's main character finds his Christmas presents at home before the big day and sees them again on Christmas Day, making him realize that they weren't made or delivered by Santa and his elves after all. And the movie's geared towards kids, so it's essentially you let your kid watch this and they're gonna go, "Oh, Santa must not be real."
Oh, yeah, because no other movie has done that. So
I don't know. Well, but I don't think most movies that are geared towards kids have done. I can't think of another movie that's supposed to be for kids does that.
Yeah.
I know there are plenty of movies that do it, but like I don't think that's supposed to be a kids
I feel
movie.
like in the Christmas or in the Christmas Claus, in the Santa Claus with Tim Allen, isn't like one of the things where at the beginning he's like talking shit about Santa like before he becomes him. He's like,
yeah, but he killed Santa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the beginning he's talking about he's sowing the seeds of doubt.
Yeah.
So,
but then he proves himself wrong by in fact becoming Santa.
And then the movie ends, and then it turns out it wasn't, and none of it's real. I guess I see what you're saying. I don't have a kid, so I'm not worried about it. But
I'm not like huge on Christmas, but I am like pretty big on like letting Emmett just like think Santa is real until some asshole kid at school ruins it. You know?
Yeah. You gotta watch out for those fucking kids at school, dude. They'll do it. Yeah, so it wasn't like the main character or anything, but Ryan Grantham, who played, God damn it, I just had it. He played a side character, but he killed his mom. So he played Rodney James in Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
God damn, killed his mother.
Yeah. So turns out you're not supposed to do that.
He was the asshole in that scenario.
Yeah, he was definitely.
Yeah.
So segue.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, yo, this is it, dude. This is my time.
Yeah, my time's now, baby.
All right. Am I the asshole for refusing to give my? This is what she wrote. Am I the asshole for refusing to give me extra seat for someone else's toddler on a flight that I paid for because I'm fat?
She's just Irish.
Maybe. I didn't think about that. Her screen name is electrical trash.
Okay.
So
seems like you're calling yourself out there, but all right. Let's hear it.
I, 34 female, am obese. I'm actively working towards losing weight, and I've made progress, but I'm still obese as I'm typing this. I'm glad that you cleared that up because you already said that in the first sentence.
Yeah.
I'm going over to see my brother and his husband for Christmas across the country, and because I'm fat, you can just stop saying it. Like we get it.
Yeah, we can fill in the fucking blanks, dude.
Because I'm fat, I booked an extra seat so everyone can be more comfortable. I know it sucks.
Actually, first of all, props to them for actually doing that. That's a big move. No pun intended.
Quick segue, real quick. There are a couple airlines. Southwest is the first airline to not charge people who are overweight for extra seats.
Wow.
I seen that this week.
Southwest knows their market.
Yeah, they do. All right. I booked an extra seat so everyone can be more comfortable. I know it sucks having to pay for an extra seat, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, look at this. I know Southwest Airlines has this customer of size policy. Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, killing it.
Go. But I've had some bad experiences with Southwest even before I was obese, so I wasn't doing that, and it's mostly my fault I even got fat. Okay, I'm sensing some self-loathing here.
Yeah, there's a lot of hatred.
Everything goes smoothly from checking in to security and boarding, at least at first. This woman comes to my row with a boy who appeared to be about a year old. She told me to squeeze into one seat so her son could sit in the other. She told me, not asked.
Oh.
I told her no, and that I paid for the seat for the extra space.
Yeah.
She makes a big fuss over it, which got the flight attendant's attention. She told the flight attendant I was stealing the seat from her son. Then I showed my boarding passes, proving that I, in fact, paid for the extra seat. The flight attendant asked me if I could try to squeeze in, but I said no, that I wanted the extra seat I paid for. The boy, who the mom said is 18 months old, was supposed to sit in her lap so he could just do that. I agree.
Yeah.
Fuck that lady.
Yeah.
And the flight attendant, dude.
Yeah.
Bitch, I paid for this. I have tickets right here.
You know how expensive fucking flight tickets are? Get fucked.
Yeah.
And especially if she's, like, if it was a true cross-country flight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
The flight attendant eventually told the mom to put her son in her lap. I got dirty looks and passive-aggressive remarks from her for the entire flight. And I do feel a little bad because the boy looked hard to control, so am I the asshole?
Well, first and foremost, I want to applaud this person for their candor and, openness about their situation. Like, they could have spun it into anything, but they were being real, and I appreciate that. I also mad respect for them going out and actually paying for the extra seat. Obviously, that's expensive, and a lot of other people would have just tried to get away with just using the one.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of tells me a lot about this person's character, I think,
Yeah.
That being said, I don't think that this person's the asshole, and here's my thing, is that the mom, was she planning on hoping that there was an extra free seat this entire time?
I would imagine so.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You decided to bring this 18-month-old on the airplane. You made all of your plans knowing full well what you had to plan what to do with this kid.
Mm-hmm.
And so did you just hope that there wouldn't be a person there? Like, you know what I mean? That's a wild concept to me. Like, I've never traveled with anything younger than a toddler. So I don't know, but I feel like you gotta go through a lot of extra steps to, like, make sure shit's...
I mean, I understand the lady... I understand that the lady was like, she was like, oh, here's an extra seat. I can definitely put my son here, and I don't gotta worry about holding him. Because I've held Emmett on flights when he was younger, and it can suck sometimes. They don't want to sit still. It can be annoying. Yeah. But also, if I paid for a fucking seat, no, it's mine. Like, because like normally, tickets are like, if you find a deal, a ticket's like $300-$400. Like, it's not great. But if you pay for two, like, I've almost paid $1,000. Like, I'm not giving my seat up to you. I'm not squeezing in anywhere.
Yeah. And especially with the mom just being like, all right, yeah, you gotta give us that seat, not even asking. Like, that's wild. Yeah. That's some fucking Karen level stuff where, like, the world revolves around me. Everybody's got to move their plans so I can have my life be just so. Like, get fucked, lady. Yeah. And like you said, it's just so expensive. She paid for this extra seat, or I don't know. I guess I don't know if the poster said what their gender was, but they paid for the extra seat. Okay. Yeah. They paid for the extra seat, and that's the fucking bottom line. Because Stone Cold said so. Like, I mean, yeah, you probably. I assume if you probably would have been a little more respectful, there probably could have been a negotiation to be had, but I don't know.
Nah, you're holding your kid. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I know if I would have paid for an extra seat, I would have been like, no, dude, I 100% paid for this, and you didn't plan properly, and that's not my fault.
Yeah, so electric trash, you're not the asshole.
So if you have a kid who's under a certain age, do you even buy a seat for them or no?
You don't have to, as long they call them they're lap children. They sit in your lap.
Okay.
I don't think you have to pay for a ticket until they're like 4.
Okay.
4 or 5, like.
So,
as long as you don't mind holding them in your lap, you can literally just buy one ticket and sit them in your lap. Yeah.
I would have loved to have known the process of if this person, like, was in a row that was full of like all the seats were taken by people and not just like one half empty seat.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that she wouldn't have said anything because obviously there's no option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think she saw, and then in her head already just decided that this would be a done deal thing, and then was rejected, and then she just spun out. You know what I mean? Like the annoyance of, somebody who feels like they deserve a certain thing, like they've just already decided upon themselves, and that can be interesting.
If you say no to kids, you're an asshole. So
yeah. What are the people saying? Anything?
The top comment says, the mom's the asshole for not buying a seat for her son and assuming someone else would give up a seat they paid for. Odds are she was hoping there'd be extra seats on the flight so she didn't have to pay and use the lap thing as a loophole.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty much exactly what I was thinking. Like,
yeah.
She's just trying to cheapskate her way through. Meanwhile, the poster, OP, literally paid for an extra seat that the mom should have done the same fucking thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's wild. Is it labeled not the asshole?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Look, I'm going to need some people on Am I the Asshole to start giving me some fucking asshole stories, all right?
Yeah, I want to read one where it's like 100% you're the asshole.
Yeah, I want to hear someone be super toned, like just like fucking I pushed this lady down the stairs and
you know what you could do?
She freaked out on me. What?
You could sort by most controversial. You might get some wild ones that way.
Can you sort that way?
Yeah, that's like an option. Yeah.
Top. No, I just have hot, new, top, and rising, and then sort by the week, month, day, now.
There should be. Maybe it's on just the desktop app.
It probably is.
Because I feel like I've definitely done that. I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. Am I the asshole? I don't know, man. There's okay. Sort post by controversial. I got it right there. This week. Man, you suck, dude.
Anyway, we'd like to thank our friends, the Dutch and Denver podcast, the No New Friends podcast, Kicking It with the Kellys in the Remedy Room. Links are in the description. Comments, subscribe, give us money or don't. It's fine.
Do all the things.
Buy a shirt for your mom.
Yeah. Give us your mom's number.
Hell yeah.
Stupid. Have a fucking Dorito flavored drink on us. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Honda days.
Happy Honda days. Merry
Toyota's
Chrysler.
on.
Yeah. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. I've had enough. Peace out, bitches.
Tip your bartender.